Welcome back to my channel. Here we are still working on perspective view and we are making use of vanishing point method. And as you can see here, we have made use of vanishing point method 1. So we want to look at the second way of making use of vanishing point method to solve or to draw the perspective view of a given object. So we are still making use of the same object, making use of the square that we use here. We are producing a perspective view, but I will not do, I will not go on without reading the question. So the question says, draw a perspective view of a square plane of side 50 millimeters resting on the ground plane with one of its corners touching picture plane and a side right to the corner inclined at 60 degrees to it. The station point is 70 millimeters in front of picture plane, 65 millimeters above the ground plane, and lies in a central plane which is 35 millimeters so towards the right of the corner touching the picture plane. That is the question. So let's go and see how we can make use of this second method of vanishing point or second form of vanishing point method. So first of all, we need to draw a horizontal line, okay, of any length. So I will draw from here to here, okay. So we are going to write it here that this is the picture plane. So we write PP here, meaning picture plane. Then we are going to construct the square. So the square has a side of 50 millimeters, and as we are told that one side of the square makes an angle of 60 degree to the picture plane. So we draw a line in this direction at angle 60 degree, and then so we're also going to draw a line from this point at 30 degree, or 30 degree, okay. Then we take a measurement here, a measurement of 50 millimeters from this point here on the picture plane. So this is 50 millimeters, and then here also we also take from here, so 50 millimeter. This is 50 millimeters. So we can go on now and complete the square. So from this point with 60 degree side of the set square, we draw this line, and also from this point here we draw a line, so with 30 degree side, making it a square. All right, so we are going to label the points on the square. So here we have this point, this is point A here. So here we have point A, and this is point B, okay, and this is point C on the square, while this point is point D on the square. Now, having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to locate the station point, and we are told in the question that the station point lies on the central plane, and it is 70 millimeters in front of the picture plane and 35 millimeters away from the central plane on the right side of the central plane. So what we are to do now is that we are going to draw a vertical line from this point, because we are told that the central plane is along this point that is touching the picture plane. So we are going to draw a vertical line down like this, okay. We draw a vertical line down, and on this vertical line we are going to take a measurement of 70 millimeters from this point B on the picture plane. So this is 70 millimeters, and from this point we are going to draw a horizontal line towards the right side like this, okay. Then from this point here to where the two lines intersect, we take a measurement of 35 millimeters. So this is 35 millimeters. So this point is the station point. So here we have station point here. So we write S at this point. Now, having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to connect this point, this station point, together with each point on the square. So what I mean is this. So from this point S here, so we draw a line to point C like this, okay. Then we also draw a line from point S so to point D, okay. So we draw like this to point D, and then so we also draw a line so from point S to point B on the square. So that is from the station point to the point B on the square. Then we also draw a line from point S again, from the station point to point A. So we connect these two points together. Now, so this point, this point, or where this line touches the picture plane, we are going to label them. So this one, so is for what? Is for point A, so we call this A1. This is A1, while this is B1. So here we have B1 here. So here we have what? Here we have as D1. So this is D1. So here we have D1. So at this point here, and then here we have C1 here. Okay, so that is what we have there. So now, so we need to locate a vanishing point on this picture plane. We need to locate a vanishing point on this picture plane. And to locate that vanishing point, so what we did here is what we are going to do. We are going to draw a line from this point that will touch the picture plane, and that line will be parallel to this side BC of the square. So we need to set the set square along this line like this. Okay, so we set the set square along this side BC of the square, and we shift the set square, we bring it like this to point S on the point S, that is the station point. So we bring it here like this, and then we are going to draw a line. So I need to go back. I think the set square that we have down here shifted a little bit, and that will make it inaccurate if we go on like that. So let us shift again. So we slide it over the edge of the square like this, okay, or the set square. So we get to this point S. So we are going to draw a line from here to touch the picture plane. So we have it here. So this is V1. So this is V1. So the vanishing point 1 on the picture plane. Now, having done that, so the next thing that we are going to do, we also need to locate another vanishing point on this side here. So that's going to be V2, and that is going to, we are going to draw the line, okay? It will touch this, and that line will be at a right angle to this line. So for me to do that, what I need to do is that I have to make use of my protractor. So setting my protractor like this at this point, and then this line. Okay, let me change this protractor. I can't see it clearly, so let me make use of this one. I think this is a bit better. Okay, so setting like this. Okay, so making sure that this line is along this line SV1. So like this, and the center point is at this point S here. So I'm going to, on 90, I'll mark this on 90. Then from this point S here, I'm going to draw a line. So through this point to touch the picture plane on this side. So it goes like this. So we draw like this. So it goes like this. So we have it drawn like this. So touching the picture plane here. So this point we are going to call it. So this is V2. So this is V2. Okay, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to locate V1 and then V1 prime and V2 prime. Okay, for us to do that, we also need to draw the ground line first. So ground line, as I said in the previous video, is at any convenient distance from the picture plane. So I'm going to position it here like this, just like I position this one here. So I'm going to draw the horizontal line like this. Okay, we draw a horizontal line like this. So on this horizontal line, we are going to write GL. So GL here. So here is what? The ground line. So we call it ground line. So then we are to take a measurement of 65 millimeters above this ground line. So we take a measurement of 65 millimeters above the ground line. So as we are told that another station point is 65 millimeters above the ground line. So we take that 65 millimeters and we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line here like this. Okay, so we have this horizontal. So this horizontal line that we just drew, we call it horizon line. So this is horizon line. That is what? HL. So we write it as HL. Now, so on this horizon line, we are going to locate V1 prime and V2 prime on this horizon line. And how can we do that? So what we are to do is that we are going to draw a vertical line from this point V1. Okay, so we draw a vertical line from point V1 to touch the horizon line, and it goes like this. So we draw a vertical line here from here to touch the horizon line. Okay, then we also come here, so we draw a vertical line from V2 to touch the horizon line. So we draw like this to touch the horizon line here. So this is this point is point V1 prime. So this is V1 prime, while this is V2 prime. So V2 prime here. So we have this now. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a vertical line from this point B, this point B that touches the picture plane. Okay, so we are going to draw a vertical line from here. Okay, that touches the picture plane, as we are told that it also touches the ground plane. So we draw a vertical line from this point B down to touch the ground line. Okay, so this particular point that we have here is going to be point B, or the perspective view of the square. So as we have it there now, so we are going to join these 2 points together. So we join point B and V2 prime, we join them together with a straight line, so it goes like this. Okay, then we are also joining this point B together with V1 prime, so we join like this. Okay, so it goes like this. So it goes like this. Now, having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to be drawing a vertical line from this point A1 here. So from this point A1, okay, that we have on the picture plane, so we draw a vertical line from here. So draw a vertical line from A1 to touch this line, at this point. Okay, all right, so here we have what? Here we have this point. This is point A1. So we have this point to do what? Sorry, point A of the perspective view of the object. Then we are going to connect this point together with the V1 prime. So we join this point together with V1 prime, so it goes like this. Okay, all right, so then we are going to draw a vertical line from C1. We draw a vertical line from C1 on the picture plane. So we draw a vertical line from C1 on the picture plane to touch this line here. So this point here is point C, or the perspective view of this square. Then we are now going to draw a line from C here. We are joining together with V2 prime, so we draw the line, so it goes like this. So we see it goes like this. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a vertical line from D1. So we draw a vertical line from D1 on the picture plane to touch this line here. So it touches it here at this point. So this is the point. Okay, this is the point. So this is point D, or the perspective view of the object. So what we have to do right now is to connect this point together. So we are just going to make this line thick. So we make this line thick. So that is BC, and then also, so we make this AB. So make it a thick line, and then we also make this one AD, make it a thick line, and then CD, we also make it a thick line. So this gives us this perspective view of this square. So with this second method of vanishing point. Okay, so it's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice, and do not forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also help me to share my videos with your friends. Okay, then like my videos on this channel, and then I'll be happy if you can join my YouTube membership, just to pay a token to appreciate the work that I'm doing on this channel. Thank you, keep on practicing, and God bless you.